Did the United States give up too much to free Brittney Griner? Or was it an appropriate prisoner swap? Let's get into some of this straight game.
Yeah. Blackjack. Life is like a game of cards. It's not what you dealt, but how you play it. Yeah. Blackjack. To play each situation correctly. I remember they used to laugh at a brother.
Welcome back, guys. Welcome back. It's your boy DELRAY Richardson, platinum artist, platinum songwriter, Straight Game TV. Thank you for tuning in. I appreciate your time. Do me a favor, hit the thumbs up button as it pushes the content out to more subscribers, as well as the people who are already subscribed to the channel. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to the channel yourself. It's very much appreciated, and tell a friend. And like I always say, if you want to be one of the first people notified when I drop some of this straight game, please do me a favor and hit that little bell notification right below this video. I'm going to get right into it. Breaking news. Britney Griner has been released from the Russian detention center that she has been held in for a while now. Basically, after months behind the scenes discussions inside the U.S. government about efforts to secure the release of Americans held in Russia, including Paul Whelan and Brittney Griner. The outlines of a deal emerged in the past week. Basically, people who are associated with the matter have come out and say the White House officials briefed the government agencies. The Russians would only agree to swap convicted Russians armed trafficker Victor Bout for the WNBA star Brittney Griner. So Brittney Griner is on her way home. She's on an airplane. It's been a long ordeal. I think Joe Biden and the State Department has done a great job. Like I said, never in your time, always in God's time, and when things can finally be worked out. And I'm so happy for Brittney Griner's family and all of her loved ones, her wife, and all of the other people who care about her. Like I said, once again, a very unfortunate situation. I think the most unfortunate part about this is that Brittney actually, it didn't even have to happen like that, because she played professional basketball in Russia. So, you know, Russia actually used this as a tool, if you will, to get her released. It played more into what they wanted than it played into what the United States wanted, because Brittney Griner went over there basically to work. And so what the Russians chose to do was use her as a pawn, and the pawn actually allowed them to get Russian trafficker Victor Bout out of U.S. custody. And so, you know, I just think it's unfortunate. So now it's like, you know, where does Brittney go now? Does she go to Spain to play, to, you know, some other team in some other country to play? You know, now that the Russians have freed her from this situation, or, you know, will the Russians say and Brittney say, you know what, all has been forgiven, you can come back to Russia and play now? You know, I really, that's the part that I wonder. But I would hope that you know, more importantly, she would come back, you know, kind of get acclimated back to, you know, American life and all of that. And like I said, for all of the people that said that, you know, the government could do more and so on and so forth, you know, I think people were actually trying to do what they can do, you know what I mean? But they actually weren't speaking about it at that particular time, as you see now that she's on her way home. You know, it's basically said law enforcement officials from the FBI and the Drug Enforcement Administration, which spent years and elaborate efforts to try to capture the convicted arms dealer, the guy that Brittney was freed for. The release of Bout raised additional concerns about the precedent the deal could set, basically. And basically what I was just trying to tell you, and how the Russians basically worked that out to be able to get one of their, an arms dealer, or whatever you want to call them, freed from U.S. custody. It said Bout, a former Soviet military officer, was serving 25 years in prison in the United States on charges of conspiring to kill Americans, acquiring and export anti-aircraft missiles and provide material support to a terrorist organization. Bout has maintained his innocence. Basically the publicity surrounding Griner included celebrities posting criticism of Biden and the White House on social media for not moving more quickly to secure her release. Appeared to raise the Russians' price for Griner's release, law enforcement said. So, I think the more noise that the celebrities made in this situation, it kind of showed that Brittney Griner had more value than normally would be expected from a basketball player who went over to Russia to play, basically under a contract, or basically going to work, doing what she loves to do. And so basically say that adds concern to the deal, increases the likelihood that Russia, Iran, and other countries could use arrest of Americans to try to publicly gain concessions the U.S. otherwise wouldn't give. And that's the thing that I'm talking about. So, the Russians basically seen that they had something that they could actually, better deal, for the release of Brittney. And so, but like I said, more importantly, at the end of the day, I'm glad that she's on her way home. And hopefully when she, reaches the U.S. soil, you know what I mean? It'll be a lesson learned, like I said, because I don't think that they really had a problem with her having some kind of device involving her, what was that, a vape pen or something like that she had or allegedly had, from that perspective. So I'm just glad that she's released. Guys, you chime in on this and tell me what you think. Recent news, breaking news: Brittney Griner is released from Russian custody. She will no longer have to serve her time. She has been swapped for another prisoner in Russia, and Brittney Griner is on her way home. Your boy DELRAY, straight game.